So this next case study is from a student who came to my JMSS thinking lab, and they seemed to be doing every single thing right. They were taking notes, they were doing practice papers, they were doing mind maps, and they were revising and doing all the work. But it didn't seem like anything was actually outputting results, and it didn't really seem like anything was working. They felt incredibly overwhelmed, tired, and constantly behind. And if that sounds like you right now, if you've ever tried to relax but always felt a little guilty about it, then hopefully the next 4 minutes will help.
Okay, we have a couple more case studies to go through, and then we'll put it up to question time a little bit. I'm doing so much, but still feel overwhelmed. I've attempted to create more thorough notes from both science, maths, and using dot points and mind maps with the information provided in tutoring sessions in school. For speed, I do practice tests, but my speed actually don't seem to improve. Cool. So that's an issue. Okay. When I don't feel motivated, I usually gravitate toward doing something fun, yet my brains tell me I have something better to do. So when I try to have more fun for the lack of enjoyment I'm experiencing, and the cycle repeats. Okay. So basically, this person, when they're doing work, they feel like they get overwhelmed. So they try and have a break by doing something fun. Then they feel guilty for not actually being able to like enjoy the moment because they have other things to do. This usually results in me not getting any work done and feeling overwhelmed and burnt out. This is a really common thing, as I take an exceptionally long time to complete work and write way too much. So my question to this person is, what is actually the symptoms that you're experiencing during burnout, and what is the issue with you taking a break? Right. This is probably a more deep rooted thing, like perfectionism and the idea of having to like live up to some type of protocol and standard that they place on themselves. So I would say to this person, what does doing something fun mean? Right. If doing something fun means you're playing a video game for an hour, that's probably why you feel guilty, because it takes a whole hour out of your day where you should be doing something else. But if doing something fun is maybe playing with your pets for like 3 minutes, in 3 minutes, do you really think you're going to make much progress on the thing you're doing? Probably not, right? Even in a maths like exam, you might do 6 questions and that's it. You can make that time back relatively easily. So the breaks that you do have when you're feeling stress and anxiety like induced, what I would suggest to this person is actually figure out what's causing the stresses, what's draining your energy, causing the burnout, and then what actually recharges you. Okay. So what drains and what recharges? Okay. So write down these things. What are some draining things, and how can you actually focus on those and find a way to complete those things? And then what actually recharges you? And then the things that recharge you, see if you can find things that only take like 10 minutes, 5 minutes, 3 minutes to do. So, for example, I had a student on Saturday that was going through a similar experience, and they were like, "Oh, I actually like drawing and stuff like that." I'm like, "Cool, fantastic. What we're going to do is we're actually going to take 3 minutes to draw, and whilst you're doing that, I want you to breathe in and out." Okay, and this is advice that I give for pretty much everyone. And when they do that breathing in and out, they feel a lot more relaxed and they feel a lot less stressed. And I told them, when you feel like you don't do work and stuff and you can't get work done because you're stressed and anxious, just do that. Just take a 3 minute break, because 3 minutes isn't going to be the death of you, right? You can make that time back relatively easily. 3 minutes is not going to be the death of you, right? But that recharge that you have puts you in a better position. So I would say, for this person, really focus on the burnt out like perspective of it. Don't actually focus on the speed and stuff like that, because that's a different thing, and the protocols we talked about today is really helpful. So focus on that for the protocols, but just really focus on targeting that burnt out and overwhelmed feeling, because if you're feeling burnt out and overwhelmed, you're not going to really perform well regardless of the techniques and strategies we talk about. Okay, you have to deal with those emotions explicitly before you do anything else. Okay. And that just means taking breaks when you need to and figuring out exactly what's going on in your life. So for this person, best of luck for you. I hope if you figure it out and stuff like that, feel free to reach out to my email if you do need assistance with that.